Good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to Swain High Stadium for a big important game for Swain against the Robbinsville Black Knights today. Stepping in and leading off for Robbinsville is Abigail Knight. And we have 2 balls and no strikes. On the mound today for Swain is Stacy Griggs. And the windup, and in there for strike 1. So Abigail taking until she gets a strike, and counts 2-1 now. Let's see what happens. Swain set, and a little off-speed pitch for strike 2. And it had Abigail completely fooled. She kind of squared the bunt and then tried to pull back, but it was a called strike anyway. So we got a 2-2 count. And up high for ball 3. So full count to the leadoff batter, Abigail Knight. She is the daughter of head coach Billy Knight for Robbinsville. And the windup and ball 4. So Abigail's going to take a walk down to first base. And coming up to the plate for Robbinsville is the center fielder, Gracie Birchfield. And let's see what happens here. Swain has the third baseman up. And I'm sure they're looking for a little bit of bunt or slash or something. Yeah. In there for strike 1. Stacy looks like she's got a good fastball. She threw a good changeup to Abigail. And Abigail Knight, the leadoff batter, so she's got a repertoire working for her right now. And there goes the runner, and she slides into second safe. Pitch was a ball. It was a little in the dirt. Kiera Shook, she dug it out of the dirt, had a throw, but throw was a little bit late with Abigail getting a good jump. So we got a 1-1 count. And down low, 2-1. Pretty sure, I know Robbinsville's a good hitting team. Talked to Billy, and he said that was one of their strengths, that they could hit it. And she doesn't want to get behind on too many of these hitters. And we got a ground ball to third. Looks the runner back and stretch at first for out number 1. Abigail Knight goes to third base on the throw to first. So the Maroon Devils have 1 out. Robbinsville has a runner on third. And the number 3 hitter up is Michaela Morgan, second baseman for Robbinsville. And she's got the pitch. And high and away for ball 1. And the pitch. And foul ball could be in play. And she makes the catch for out number 2. Good play by the first baseman over there. Let's see. We got Kenzie Eagleman. Good play, good concentration, and didn't let the fence bother or nor the dugout. And made a good catch there for out number 2. Wow. And we've got an intentional walk to Coach Knight's younger daughter. That is Maggie Knight. So we've got 2 Knights on. 1 at first and 1 at third, and Coach Knight is coaching third. So, and now batting for Robbinsville is the catcher, J.C. Underwood. Runners at first and second. Let's see what they have on here for a. Okay, we had time. Stacy was ready to throw, and umpire hadn't called time in yet. So now we're ready to go. Jaycee's at the plate. And we got first and third. Maggie's not running. I'm pretty sure Swain may try to throw down and get her out with 2 outs. So Jaycee's going to have to make some contact up there. And, oh no. Ooh. And we had a comebacker to the pitcher. She threw home, and the catcher went off the tip of her glove, and with 2 outs, just had some tough luck on a decision there. But Jaycee ends up at first base. Maggie goes all the way to third, and Robbinsville takes the lead 1-0. With 2 outs and first and third now, we got hitting for Robbinsville is Gabby Hooper, the third baseman. In for a call strike. We have a runner in for the catcher, Jaycee Underwood, and that is Jensen Carver, number 5. And everybody's running. Out 3, line drive to left field, and she did a good job catching that one. That was Willa Bible with a great catch out there. Good running catch, and she got a good read on it and was able to haul it in for out number 3. So at the end of 1/2 of the first inning, it is Robbinsville 1 and Swain coming to bat. Okay. And welcome back to Swain High Stadium and the bottom half of the first inning. We've got Gracie Cabe leading off for the Maroon Devils. Shortstop in there takes a strike for call strike 1. And you got to make them throw strikes, and especially your leadoff hitter. They're going to be able to make some contact. Tries to lay down a bunt. Fouls it off for strike number 2. Got Grace leading off, trying to get that run back that Robbinsville got in the top of the first. And she's going to be followed by Kenzie Eagleman, who is on deck waiting her time. And a little rise ball for ball 1, way up high. And the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back. Making good contact. Had a good swing on the ball. And ground ball to third. And throw to first in time to get Gracie for out number 1. Good play over there by Gabby Hupper. She fielded it cleanly, got it out of her glove, made a quick throw to first base for out number 1. And coming to the plate now, Kenzie Eagleman. We've got Alyssa Smith on deck. And takes low for ball 1. And she's getting in the plate and in there for call strike 1. 1-1 the count. I've noticed that the 2 Swain girls have been way up in the front of the batter's box. So obviously the speed of Robbinsville is not a deterrent for them. And the windup. And a pitch high and away. 2-2 the count. And a ground ball smacked to first base. And after a little bit of a trouble with it, Maggie Knight feels it and steps on the bag for out number 2. Well, both girls have made contact. I think we're going to hit her. Pitcher for Robbinsville is Jerry Ann Rober. And the windup, and the number 3 hitter here is Alyssa Smith for Swain County. We have Kendall Jones on deck. If Alyssa can get on base in the bottom of the first. And the pitch in there for strike 1. And 1-1 the count. And the windup. Took a little off of it. I believe she's out in front. Fouled it off for strike 2. And Alyssa steps in. 1-2 the count. And the windup. And low and away for ball 2. Just trying to get her to fish a little bit. And we got a hit to the second baseman, Michaela Morgan. She feels it, throws to first for out number 3. So 3 up and 3 down for Swain. At the end of 1, it is Robbinsville 1, Swain 0. All right, welcome back to Swain High Stadium. This is your Maroon Devil Network. We've got Robbinsville, number one team in the conference, visiting Swain County today. Going in at the top of the second, we've got a 1-0 ball game, and a good shot by Robbinsville. Hit it to the gap in left center field. And Jerry Ann Roper, the pitcher, with a leadoff double. And she just sat on the first pitch and got it where she wanted, and she drilled it. And that was a good swing. Okay, coming to bat for Robbinsville now is the right fielder, number 9, Josie Campbell. Sure she's going to be trying to move a runner somehow. And we got a bunt, and there it is. And a good play by the third baseman. Let me see. Alyssa Smith. She fielded it, fell backwards, sat down, and from her seated position, she threw the girl out at first base. It was a good play. But Jerry Ann Roper moves to third base. So with one out, we've got Robbinsville has a runner at third. And in there for call strike one. A little off speed there. The batter is Natalie Beasley. In softball, they're calling that the designated player, and she's the number 9 hitter. And then we're back to the top with Abigail Knight for her second at-bat. Fouled off the second pitch, so she's in the hole 0-2. And strike 3, swinging a one up in the zone. Couldn't catch up to it, so we got a strikeout with a runner at third. Big strikeout right there. So we got 2 outs, and back to the top of the order. Abigail Knight batting for Robbinsville. Stacy looks to be in pretty good charge on the mound, just to be honest with you. And we got a ball in the dirt, bounces over the catcher's head, and they're going to get an easy one with 2 outs and runner at third. She scores. That was the pitcher, Roper. So Robbinsville takes a 2-0 lead, and with 2 outs and the base is empty, Abigail Knight takes ball 2. And she's ahead in the count. She can look for a pitch in whatever zone and try to do something with this. See if Stacy stays close. Change up, 2-0. I told you Abigail's a good player. She's a good hitter. I know that. I've seen her when she was younger, too, and she could always hit it. So a 2-0 changeup, and the count's 3-0. I don't know if Coach Knight gives her the green light or let her swing, or we'll look for a base on balls and maybe have her running on the pitches or something. She's got good speed on the bases, so I know he can use her down there at first with 2 outs anyway. And the 3-0 pitch, high for ball 4. Whoa, excuse me. That was a strike. So that was pretty marginal. Abigail almost flipped her bat over to the dugout, so pretty sure that was a little bit of a gift, but that's all right. Stacy's got a 3-1 count working on Abigail. And she fouls one off down the third base line. So now we're full count, and Stacy seems to be in good control. Okay, the payoff pitch. She gets the signal. And now it's ball 4. That one hit the dirt. And Abigail's on first base again. With 2 outs. She ran with no outs. I'm pretty sure she'll be running with 2 outs at some point. So we'll see what happens here. She stole on a pitch in the dirt, so and we got a fly ball to left to center field, right center. It's over the center fielder's head. And Knight rounds third, and she's in sliding to score. And another run crosses the plate for Robbinsville. That was Gracie Birchfield hit that ball over the head of the center fielder. Kind of stopped on the warning track, but it was a good shot nevertheless. And she ends up at second base with an RBI. And Robbinsville has their third run of the game. So 3-0. And stepping to the plate is Michaela Morgan, second baseman. And call strike. And the 0-1 pitch is on its way and fouled off for another strike. So Morgan in the hole, 0-2. And the pitch. And a foul ball. So still 0-2. Morgan looking for an RBI situation. Got a runner at second. And foul ball down the third baseline. And the pitch. And a changeup, and Morgan drives it into center field. Throw the plate, not in time. And Morgan ends up on second. So Birchfield scores with 2 outs. Morgan with an RBI single, single up the middle, and she goes to second on the throw. And we have Maggie Knight coming to the plate. And I'm not sure they pitched to her. Looks like they're going to pitch to her this time. We've still got a first base open, so in there for strike one. So I'm figuring that she thought she was just going to get nothing but trash. Big left-hand power hitter she looks. Ball in the dirt. Morgan goes to third and stand-up slide. She's in there safely without a throw. I'm sure Stacy's going to be careful. They know her better than I do, for sure. And I'm sure Coach may be deciding over there whether he wants to do the same as he did the first inning. And the wind-up. And we have a ground ball to second, and we got to throw to first in time for out number 3. So Robbinsville gets 3 across. And going into the Swain half of the second inning, Robbinsville 4, Swain 0. Okay, and welcome back to Swain High School. Bottom of the second for Swain. Leading off is the right fielder, Kendall Jones. Yeah. And she fouls one off. She squares to bunt and then pulls back, and she fouls off the first pitch. And she hits a shot into left field. It's going to hang up, and the wind is not going to carry it deep enough. Left fielder caught it for out number one. She missed that one just by a hair. Maybe a 1/16 of an inch makes all the difference in the world. That would have been out of here. So with one out, we've got Stacy Griggs coming to the plate. And low for ball one. So Swain's got to get a base runner first of all. And then let's put something together and get some runs here. Put a little pressure on the Black Knights. Okay, low for ball two. So we got Stacy batting. We got Willow Bible on deck. Good catch out in left field already. And in there for call strike one. 2-1 to count to Stacy Griggs. And way outside. 3-1. Right now we'll take a walk. We just need a base runner. So Coach Burrell can start putting some things together, making some decisions to help out the Swain girls once they get on base. Steps out and asks for time just for a second. And now we're ready to go. And the pitch and swing, strike two. So we got a full count. Payoff pitch is on its way. Here it is. And call strike three. I think she may have been looking for something else. Had a good fastball down the heart of the plate right there. Out number two. And coming to plate is Willow Bible with nobody on and 2 outs for Swain. I think that one kind of slipped out of her hand. That and about rolled into the catcher's glove. And ball one. And second pitch is outside. And 2-0 pitch is on the way. And in there for strike one. It looks like she's trying to make them hit her pitch, but if she gets behind, she seems like she can throw a strike to get back even with them. And we got a 3-1 count again. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And the 3-1 pitch is high and away, ball four. And Willow Bible is going to be our first base runner of the day. Coming to bat now is Keely Eagleman, and she is the designated player for Swain. And in there for strike one. And let's see, Underwood for Robbinsville, the catcher, JC. She wasn't afraid to turn that loose down to first base and try to pick off the runner. And we got one in the dirt, goes back to the fence, and Bible's going to make it to second base. Uncontested. That one was in the dirt. Underwood really didn't have a chance on that one. And Swain moves the runner into scoring position with 2 outs. Eagleman to the plate. And for a swinging strike 2. All right, behind in the count 1-2. Got to protect the plate. And we get the sign and the wind up and the pitch. Oh, good changeup. That thing just floated in there. I believe it's a little high, but Robbinsville's asking for an explanation. They want to know where it was. But here's the pitch. And call strike 3. So at the end of 2 innings, we are 4-0. Swain is behind against the Robbinsville Black Knights, and Robbinsville will start the top of the 3rd here when we get back. Okay, and starting off the top of the 3rd is the catcher for Robbinsville, J.C. Underwood. Provided she gets on, she'll have a runner, so I'm sure that helps Robbinsville. They've got some speed on the bases when she's on first or second, so we'll see what happens with her here. And in there for strike 1. So we've got a 2-1 count. And Swain checks the signals. And ground ball to shortstop. She's got time. And a throw to first. Good throw by Grace. And 1 out for Swain in the Robbinsville top half of the 3rd. Good job. We had a lot of people running around. Right fielder backing up the throw. Second baseman doing the same. And making the play was Grace Cabe. And batting for Robbinsville now, number 22, Gabby Hooper, the third baseman. And a little pop up to short, and Grace takes care of that. So we got out number 2. And so far, a pretty quick inning. And coming to plate with 2 outs is Jerry Anna Roper. And we got a foul ball down the third base line for strike 1. And Jerry Ann hit a double into left center her first time up. And the 0-1 pitch. And high for ball 1. Evens the count 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. And foul ball down the right field line this time. So Stacy's working well. Head of the count. She's in control, seems like it, this third inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we're getting a pitch, and she's into her wind-up. And a fly ball to right field, and Kendall's going to carouse that one. So 3 up and 3 down for Robbinsville in their top half of the third. And with Swain coming to bat in the bottom of the third, Robbinsville is still up 4-0. Wow. Should I go ahead, or what should we do?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll keep moving.
Okay, to start the third inning off for Swain, we've got Ashton Yance at the plate. And she fouls one off into the catcher's protector for strike 1. Kendall Bowers is on deck, center fielder. And she takes ball 1 low in the dirt. And high and away for ball 2. Robbinsville, I'm looking at them. They don't, it's a little brisk out here right now. I'm sure they probably didn't prepare for that. They all have the short sleeve shirts and no sleeves, so I'm sure when they're out in the field, if they're not getting balls hit to them, they're having to figure out ways to run around and stay warm. But not many sleeves out, either team probably for that matter. And a change-up is just in the ground. And the payoff for strike 3. Got caught looking for out number 2. or out number 1, I'm sorry. And now batting is Kendall Bowers, center fielder for Swain. And she'll be followed by Grace Kay back to the top of the order for Swain. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Kendall was trying to do one of those running in the front of the box there and making contact and already be on her way to first. But that was a pretty good pitch in a pretty good spot there for Robbinsville. And a foul ball popped to the third baseman for Robbinsville. She hauls it in for out number 2. Okay, so we got Grace Cave, top of the order coming up. Grace has had a couple of good plays at shortstop today and hopefully looking to break the schneid and get a hit for Swain. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And the wind up. A little off speed, is a little bit outside. So the count's even at 1-1. Okay, pitch up and away, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Outfield at normal depth, I guess. Not too deep. So, and foul ball into the first base dugout. Strike 2. We got a 2-2 count now. Okay, we got a scuff on the ball there, so they're asking for a new one. All right. Roper has the sign. And here's the wind up and change up. Oh, change up for call strike 3. I don't think he swung. I don't think she swung, but I don't know. Maybe he did call it a swinging strike. Nevertheless, out number 3, and Robbinsville's coming to bat in the top of the 4th. And welcome back for the start of the 4th inning. Robbinsville, number 9, is batting Josie Campbell. She's the right fielder, and she fouls off the first pitch for strike number 1. Robbinsville starts off with an 8 and 9 hitter, and then they're back to the top of the order. Swing and a miss, strike two. Stacy's been around the plate, so Robbinsville, they're aggressively swinging, trying to make some contact early in their at-bat. And she gets the sign. And on the rubber, and here's the pitch. Low for ball one. A lot of times you get up 0-2 and the pitch is a little bit too far out of the strike zone. So I am sure that Robbinsville's aware of that. And a little slow roller to second base. Throw to first in time, and we got one out. Good play there by Ashton Yachts. Didn't panic. She just took her time and made a good play. And now batting number 9 hitter is Natalie Beasley. And tries to bunt, fouls it back into the fence. Strike one on number 9 hitter, Beasley. And swing and a miss, strike two. And Stacy is settled down, and she is really pitching a good ball game right now. So with 2 strikes, Beasley steps in. And she attempts on a bunt for strike 3. And Swain has 2 outs with the leadoff hitter coming up, Abigail Knight. Abigail's walked twice and scored Robbinsville's first run. And she scored again after that with her second walk of the day. So she's been on twice, scored 2 runs, making things happen from the leadoff spot. And up high and away for ball 2. They're pitching her careful with nobody on base. There's no point in just laying one right down the middle there. So, and oh, what a play by Grace Gabe. Absolutely. A shot up the middle, and Grace just laid out and made a diving catch for out number 3. So robbed a hit from Knight, and Robbinsville goes 3 up and 3 down. And Swain's got a little momentum going into their bottom of the 4th. Okay, and Swain's up for the bottom of the fourth. And we have Kenzie Eagleman batting. She tried to lay down a bunt for strike one. Just a foul tip into the dirt. So sun's trying to pop out this inning, but kind of half-heartedly. Too many clouds up there still. And in there for strike two. So Kenzie is behind in the count, 0-2. And we got the pitch and the wind up way outside. So we have ball one. All right, still protecting. Behind in the count 1-2. And the pitch. And high and away again. A little bit closer this time. Catcher at least fielded it. So we're evened up at 2-2 now. Kenzie taking her time and in the plate. And change up is low, so we're full now. So let's get that leadoff runner on one time. And ball four. So after an 0-2 start, Kenzie fights and draws a walk. We got a runner on first with no outs, and maybe something happening here in the fourth inning. Okay, we got number 3 hitter up, Alyssa Smith. And throw back to first. Closer than you'd think there. Kenzie diving back. We got a time. I think Coach Burrow wants to make sure that we know what we're doing at the plate. And we know what we're doing at first base, too. Catcher comes out just to give a little encouragement to Roper. And a 0-1. Excuse me, 1 ball, no strikes. And ball gets away, and Kenzie down to second base now. So we got some life happening now. We got 2 balls and a runner at second, nobody out for Swain County in the bottom of the fourth. Alyssa Smith to the plate. And fouls one off. It's going to be out of play. Just out of play. Robbinsville gave chase and 3 people over there, so they all got a good break on the ball. So with a 2-1 count, Alyssa steps in. Got the sign, the wind up, and swing and a miss. And I missed a strike. So that was out number 1. Okay, Kendall Jones stepping in now. She got under 1 her last time up. Just missed it just a little bit. Ball low. And 2 balls. And Jerry Ann is struggling a little bit now, just finding the strike zone. And she may just be pitching away from some of these hitters and knowing that she can get a strike when she needs it, but swing and a miss at a 2-0 pitch for strike 1. And Kendall's ready. And a foul ball off the catcher's mask. 2-2 the count. Swain has one out, and a runner on second base. Two the count. And fouled off out of play right behind the first base dugout. So we'll do that again now. And the pitch. Good change up. It just floated in there, and Kendall stayed alive. Got just a piece of it there. Good job. Okay, let's try that again. Here's the pitch. And ball three up and away. So count's full, and Swain has a runner at second base. And the pitch, and swing and a miss, strike three. A little bit out of the strike zone, but close enough, yeah. Close enough to where you can't lay off of that pitch. They all look good when you're hitting, and when you are a hitter. Okay, now batting is Stacy Griggs with 2 outs, runner at second. In there for call strike one. Should Stacy get on base, we've got Willow Bible coming up next. High and away for ball one. Counts 1-1. Okay, we got the signal and the wind up, and the pitch is fouled away. So Stacy in a bit of a hole, 1-2. Make some contact. Give us a chance. Need a runner to score. And she grounds back to the pitcher on a changeup and throw the first in time for out number 3. So Swain, no runs, had the leadoff runner on, but they strand her at second base. Still going into the top of the 5th. Robbinsville 4, Swain 0. Okay. And welcome back to the Maroon Devil Network. And we are in the top of the 5th where Robbinsville has their 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. Leading off is the center fielder, Gracie Birchfield. And she takes one out of the strike zone for ball one. Stacy's ready, so jump in that plate and let's hit it. All right, low in the dirt for ball 2. And swinging a 2-0 pitch and fouled it down behind Coach Knight at third base. Okay, and Birchfield's in the batter's box, and she hits one to third. Gracie makes a great play at third base and in time with a throw for out number 1. So she saved a couple of runners here back to back, bottom of the 4th and top of the 5th. I think usually that's a hit anywhere else, but she made a real good play. She thought she was going to have to backhand it. I don't think she ended up backhanding it, but a good throw in time. Oh boy. And just a little bit of miscommunication there where a ball drops in that could have been caught. I think the outfielder was a little bit deep, but nevertheless Morgan is on first base with a single just in the outfield grass. Maybe the infielders gave up on it. I think they thought it was going to be a little bit deeper. Ended up kind of coming back on them. And a ball in the dirt, and Morgan is rounding second. And we got Maggie Knight coming up, number 4 hitter for Robbinsville. She's got an RBI situation here. In the dirt again. Okay, Knight steps in and Swain gets the signal. And you got one way up above the catcher's head, so they're not trying to give her anything, but they're a little bit too much out of the strike zone. So we got a 3-0 count to Maggie Knight, and Morgan moves up to third base. So 1 out, and Knight steps in. I'm sure she has the green light. And she does, and she singles up the middle for an RBI. And that plates the 5th run for Robbinsville today, as Morgan scores from third. And Coach Burrell asks for time and goes out. He wants to talk to the infield just a little bit. I'm sure in this situation, they can get their daubers down, and when they start hanging those heads, a 1-run inning could turn into a 6 or 7-run inning. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Coach Burrow leaves the conversation, and the girls all take their position, and we're ready to go with J.C. Underwood, the catcher for Robbinsville, stepping into the plate. So we got 1 out, a runner on first. Okay, low for ball 1. Stacy, she gets the side. And a good shot into left field. And good contact. Hit that one right on the barrel of the bat. And we got a runner coming again for Robbinsville. Once again, number 5, Jensen Carver, is going to run for Underwood. So we got one out, runners at first and second. And coming to the plate is Gabby Hooper, the third baseman, number 22. And she squares the bunt, and the catcher, Kiera Shook, has it all the way for out number 2. Little pop up right behind the catcher's area, kind of towards first base, and she made a good play on it, saw it all the way. So 2 outs now with Jerrianna Roper coming to the plate. The pitcher for Robbinsville, and she can help herself here with a RBI hit. And she pops one up. It's behind first base, and she's kind of out there in no man's land. So all 3 converge, second, first, and right field. None of them can get there to it. And Stacy's ahead in the count. She's done a good job. She really has. Where she could get down, she has really stepped up and got some big outs. And a grounder to third. Oh, overthrown to first base. And Maggie Knight is going to score. She was on second and went on third and came all the way around to score on the error. So 2 outs, and they're going to have runners at first and third. Jerrianna Roper's your runner at first. And you've got Jensen Carver, runner at third. And stepping into bat here is Josie Campbell, the right fielder. Okay, I believe we're going to get a runner for the pitcher now with 2 outs. And running for Robbinsville, the pitcher is Bethany Collins, number 2. Okay, takes outside for ball 1. And Josie Campbell is ahead in the count. I don't know if Robbinsville's got something on or if they did that for a reason. Grounder to third or second, shortstop, and Gracie tries to make the play. Throw was late to first base, so Campbell is on first, and another run scores for Robbinsville, and they go up 7-0. Okay, 2 outs. And we have a pinch hitter coming up. Madison Orr is going to hit for Natalie Beasley, and she's the designated player. So I don't know what that's going to do for their lineup, but I guess Madison is just the designated player now, and she's going to hit where Beasley had been hitting. So in the number 9 slot, Madison Orr with runners at first and second. And she's hit by a pitch in the foot, and the bases are going to be loaded. And I think Stacy's just a little bit frustrated now, and that pitch rolled. It hit a couple of times on the ground before it got into her foot. And Orr is going to come out, and this may be Beasley coming in and re-entering for Madison Orr now. Yes, it is. So now we have Natalie Beasley at first base. And Josie Campbell's at second base, and Jensen Carver's at third base. 2 outs. Abigail Knight, I'm sure that's who Billy wants at the plate with 2 outs and the bases loaded here. Has a chance to break it open. Takes high for ball 1. Counts 1-1 now. Low for ball 2. She's on the rubber, and here's the 2-1 pitch. Up high for ball 3. 3-1. And here we go with the 3-1 pitch. Center fielder, Gracie Birchfield. And we got a foul ball down third base line. Sharply hit. Okay, the 0-1 pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 2. A little too aggressive there, and Stacy did a good job. I'd keep this one out of the strike zone too and see what happens. Oh my gosh. Okay, and we had a bad throw to the point. Okay, we had an errant throw back from catcher to pitcher, and they had to field it. The second baseman fielded it, threw to the plate, and in time to get the runner. The runner actually crossed the plate but didn't touch the plate, so we had no call, and finally catcher tagged her out. So out number 3. Wow. Oh. And welcome back to Swain High School Stadium. And Willa Bible steps in and swinging a miss for strike one. And there for call strike two. Okay, we got the sign, 0-2 pitch. A little low. Catcher had to turn that glove over. Usually that means ball. Or in an umpire's mind, it means ball. Change up for ball two. And a 2-2 pitch. Outside for ball three. And full count. We'll have the payoff pitch coming here in just a second. And here's the pitch. And low for ball four. And another leadoff walk. So we get the okay, and we have a pinch hitter coming in for Keeley Eagleman. Looks like it's going to be Gracie Edwards. Ball's in the dirt, goes to the fence for ball number one. And Swain goes to second base, Willa Bible, with the wild pitch. So 1 ball, no strikes. And we're ready for the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Got to make some noise with the bats here this inning. Swing and a miss, strike two. And Gracie's behind in the count, 1-2. And swing and a miss, strike three. So we got one out, and coming to the plate now is Ashton Yance. We got Kendall Bowers, the number 9 hitter, on deck. So we got 8 and 9 with a runner on second base. Let's see if we can't get a run across this inning. Takes ball one away. And here's the pitch. And fouled into the backstop for strike one. A 1-1 count to Ashton Yance. And the wind up and fouled into the fence again. Strike two. And after falling behind to the leadoff hitter, Roper is getting ahead of these Swain hitters in the bottom of the fifth. And ball two. So try to change up a little high. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a little bit low and maybe even inside a little bit. So we're going to have a payoff pitch again. And Ashton is battling. Third foul ball of the at-bat. Payoff pitch again. And hit into right field. It's going to be foul. Just about dropped in there. We're fouled by about 3 or 4 feet, so we'll do it all again. Okay, payoff pitch. And it's on its way. Ball 4, low. So we got runners at first and second with 2 walks in the inning. And we got Kendall Bowers, coming to the plate. Let's see what happens here. Kendall steps in. She's ready. Missed on a running swing for strike 1. I think we got a 1-1 count. And a little fly ball to the infield. And out number 2, pop up to the pitcher. Tried to go to first to get a double play. She was safe. Tried to go to second. She was safe. So all the runners at least read it and got back in time. So we have Grace Cave up with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Got an RBI chance for her here. She's been through this a lot of times, so maybe she can come through again. Had a lot of situations during her career at Swain, so looking to maybe get a hit and play to run here. And she is ahead in the count 2-0. And we got a single up the middle, hits the base, pops up, and we have to hold the runners at third. Wow. That hit second base, popped up, and went straight into the glove of the center fielder that was coming to get it. So she did a good job there and was rewarded for her hustle anyway. But bases loaded, and Grace, that actually breaks up a no-hitter that Robbinsville pitching has had today. That's the first hit, I think, for the game for Swain. All right, the number 2 hitter up is Kenzie Eagleman. So we got 2 outs, bases loaded, and Swain looking to have some success here at the plate again. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, strike 1. Got 2, 3, and 4 here. If we can get somebody on base here, we're going to have some good hitters coming up behind them. So hopefully they'll save that third out for somebody else to make. And Kenzie takes ball 1, low in the dirt. Got the signal, and the pitch is on the way. Ground ball to second, and fielded by Morgan, and throws to first in time for out number 3. Coming to the plate for Robbinsville, and the top of the sixth is Gracie Birchfield. She takes a call strike one, and then she fouls one off to the third base side, so she's in the hole 0-2 now. Stacy once again getting ahead of the hitters. And 0-2 pitch. That's a good location right there for a 0-2 pitch. It was up a little bit. She would have had trouble getting to it, but it was a ball. But a good location. And a little bit too high that time. Huddled together with her infield, and they're just telling Stacy to keep doing the job she's doing. She's pitched a pretty darn good ball game today, and we've had a couple of costly errors that have really hurt us at times. Other than that, she's done well of a job. And high for ball one. Maggie Knight to the plate. And ball two. And a little fly ball to the second baseman, and Ashton Yance takes care of that for out number two. And once again, J.C. Underwood is going to be the batter, catcher for Robbinsville. Pitch high and away for ball one. And a high fly. It's shallow right field, and Kendall Jones, a good running catch for out number three. Did a good job there. So Robbinsville gets one run on the home run by Michaela Morgan, and they lead 10-0. Swain's going to bat in the bottom of the sixth. Yeah. Okay. Okay, fans, welcome back to this is Swain High Stadium and the Maroon Devil Network. We're in the bottom of the sixth, and leading off, we have Kendall Jones, who made a good play in right field to end the inning, and she fouls one off for strike one, and I think we have a substitute hitting here. No, I'm sorry, Alyssa Smith is batting. Okay, I knew that wasn't Kendall, so Alyssa is up to the plate. And a good shot to shortstop, makes the play and throws in the dirt, dug out by Maggie Knight. So Abigail to Maggie, the Knight girls, for out number one. Now we have Kendall Jones batting with one out in the bottom of the sixth. She squares to bunt, but then pulls back and fouls one off for strike one. And we got a ground ball through up the middle for base hit. I think Morgan had a chance for it, but it was hit a little sharper than even she realized. But ball goes through nevertheless into center, and we have a runner at first base, Kendall Jones, with one out. And coming to the plate is Stacy Griggs. And there for strike one. Stacy just needs to hit one out right now for all that she, as well as she's pitched at times, and maybe she'll get something to hit here. Ball's low. Counts 2-1. Okay, wind up. And a comebacker to the pitcher. She throws to second for one. And a double play at first base as well for out number 3. And that's going to be the ball game. Robbinsville 10 and Swain 0 in 6 innings. Thank you for joining us. This is your Moon Devil Network, and we will see you again as we do the next ball game.